Here are 5 tips for talking to or communicating with a pregnant person over 38 weeks. Number 1, don't comment on the size of the tummy. It's not big, it's not small, it's not medium, it's not perfect, it's not crazy. Just say you look great if you want, but don't comment on the size. Don't be like, oh, you're huge, or oh, you're really tiny. Because at the end, and all through the middle, there's always little worries, concerns, whatever, and you might start some unnecessary concerns. Just leave the comments about the tummy size or shape or whatever away. Number 2, let's talk about messaging. If you are going to send a message to someone in their late pregnancy where they're waiting for the baby to come, I'm going to put a first rule out there. First rule is, do not message them expecting a reply back. All right? If you're going to message a pregnant person who's over 30 weeks due, stay away from things like, you're due soon, get busy, or hey, any day now, right? Oh my goodness, so excited. Oh, okay, the excited thing, I don't know. But don't say things that are annoying that will make the pregnant person be more anxious or more impatient, because they're struggling with patience already. So don't encourage impatience. Also, on the other end of the spectrum, don't be like, oh, let the universe guide you. Just be calm about it. Go with the flow. We don't like those comments either. Just don't even go there. Also, like to note, all those people that message someone who's in their last weeks of pregnancy or overdue and are like, how are you? Okay, we see through that. We see through that. You're just trying to say, has the baby come yet? I haven't seen anything on Facebook. You need to let me know first. I want to be in your inner circle, or I want to get known first so that I can go to church on Sunday and I can tell all the ladies because I knew. If you are not my mom or my sister, you're not going to know first. Even if you're a really good friend, you're just, no, it's not for you. I'll tell you. You will know when I'm ready to tell you. Number 3, don't phone. And do us all a favor. Find someone who's like 50 plus and wouldn't be watching this YouTube video and who thinks that, oh, someone's pregnant and going to have a baby soon, I'm going to phone every day. Do us all a favor and make sure you let them know that millennials don't phone. We don't use the phone. It's very rare that we call and be like, hey, might Skype if something special happened, but I'll only be Skyping with close family for the first little while. Yeah, don't call. Don't call. If there's a way to send a voicemail without my phone ringing, maybe. Because if the baby hasn't come yet, I might be on my bouncy ball trying to get things going. I might be napping. After baby comes, you might wake my baby up. You might wake me up. Don't phone. Put the phone down. Number 4, and this could depend on the person a little bit, but here's a positive idea instead of like a don't do this, don't do that. Number 4, maybe invite the pregnant person out to do something. Maybe it's coming over for coffee, maybe it's meeting for coffee, maybe it's to go to a greenhouse if it's the spring or summer, or a craft show if it's the winter. If you want to communicate and help, then maybe you can get their mind off of sitting at home and waiting for the baby. Don't just phone and check in. If you're going to phone or want to do something that will encourage them, try to do something that gets them active and get their brain off of baby, because that's all we think about right now is, when's the baby coming? Was that a contraction? Oh my goodness, like, is everything ready in my house? So there is something proactive that you can try to do. You can invite them out, and don't expect them to say yes though. They might be like, no, I really don't feel like it. Give them a way out, maybe even. Like, hey, do you want to come do this with me? If you're not feeling okay, it's all good. don't worry about it, but hey, I'm going. If you want to take along, I'll pick you up. That's great. Think about those kinds of things that you can do. Again, stay away from anything obligatory for that pregnant person. But if you want to be proactive and offer something that you can actually do besides just getting information from them, then go and see if you can get them out of the house. Number 5, hospital environment. You are not allowed to come to the hospital, even in the waiting room, unless you've been invited. If I'm in labor, I have probably asked someone to be in the labor room with me. Maybe my husband, maybe my mom, special people, probably maybe their mother-in-law or a good friend. If you haven't been invited, don't even be in the waiting room. I don't want the stress of people in the waiting room waiting to see the baby. I will invite you when you're welcome to see the baby. And that might not be in the hospital. That might be at home. And that may not be once I get home. You may have to wait a full 2 weeks postpartum to come and visit because you don't know how exhausted I'm going to be. I don't know how exhausted I'm going to be. This is my 3rd baby. I don't know how this is going to go. I might have lots of energy, or I might be completely exhausted and emotional and not want any faces around me. Do not come unless you're invited. And if you do come to my house afterwards, after the door is open and it's welcome for visitors, here's some things to keep in mind. How long are you going to stay? Don't stay very long, okay? If I really need something, I will ask you, can you take the baby for an hour? I'm going to have a nap. That's an exception. Come for a visit, planning not to stay long, maybe even just to say hi at the door. Bring food, okay? Bring sweets or a meal or something. Bringing presents is great too, but bring food. If you're going to come, just have something in your hands. Not like, I'm just going to come and now you have to entertain me. The new mom is probably not going to have hot coffee and cookies waiting. You bring the coffee and cookies, because that is just how things go and what they need at that point. The next time you come, when baby's a little older and there's a routine going and life goes on, then you can expect, a little bit of hostessing going on from mama. But not at the beginning. So come when you're welcome with your hands full. So there's all of the 5 rules that a pregnant person who's very emotional right now could think of to educate the world and make everybody happier and make birthing babies a better experience. Number 2, don't say things like, you're due today, get busy. No, don't say that. Or like, it's about time, come on, or any of those comments, because it's like, you know what, the most impatient person is probably me, so you don't have to remind me to be impatient. I'm trying to find some calmness and some patience as it is.